The night is Matt Brown versus Bryan Barberena. Matt Brown, the immortal, coming at 23-18 at the crisp age of 40 years old. He's coming in at 6 foot with a 76-inch reach, and Bryan Bam Bam Barberena is coming at 15-8. He's weighing in at 170 and a half with 6 foot and 72-inch reach. These guys are going to get into it, I think, this way. I think this has potential with our first fight of the main card to make fight of the night, in my opinion. I don't think this is going to get to a later round, in my opinion. I think Mac Brown coming off that impressive uppercut knockout of Diego Lima in his last time out was damn impressive for his age and how much experience he's had in the octagon. And even though Bam Bam is a baller, in my opinion, like he proved us wrong last year, bad against Jason Witt. I think
Bad.
he's fought some of the top guys. He's fought Colby Covington and Warley Alvarez, I believe.
He fought Leon and Luke too.
Yeah. He's fought some good guys, but this is just not something that's gonna fit into the title picture ever.
No, not at all. Neither one of these guys is going on a run. I agree with your point that Matt Brown's not washed yet. I low-teed Alexei Oleinik earlier, but at 41, I think Matt Brown's still got some juice. I kind of liked what they were, I guess, doing with him at one point. I like seeing him fight guys like Condit and Diego Lima, I think, was a good match. I think this one makes for a fantastic match, actually, like you said, fight of the night potential. But I see it differently in terms of, I think Matt Brown strings together some combos. I like what he does with his hands, but I definitely think he's lost a little bit of zip on those jabs. I don't think he hits as hard as he used to. And Bryan Barberena is a pretty durable guy. You know, he came through the ranks with a lot of hype, as you can tell. You know, Colby Covington, Leon, Luke, he had to fight and lose to all of those guys for them to climb the ranks. But the way I see it, Barberena survives that first round flurry from Matt Brown, and I think he just ticks and tats enough to work his way to a decision by round 3, because he's just going to have a little bit more in the tank, be a little bit better in shape, and he's gone 15 minutes the last 3 times he was out there, so he knows exactly what he's got to do to win a decision.
I agree with you on that, but seeing the power that Matt Brown still had in his last fight really opened my eyes, because that was something that I was definitely keeping my eye on. Being a fan of Douglas Lima and keeping a close eye on his brother Diego, and then kind of seeing Matt Brown's technical skill into negating what was Diego Lima's game plan, right? And the way that he flatlined him, dude, that was impressive as shit. And he's an OG in the game, and I have all the respect for him. And there's good experience and there's bad experience in MMA. Bad experience is these older folks getting KO'd on a consistent basis, or back to back, I should say. But even though Matt Brown got KO'd twice in a row, he bounced back with a win. That's always a good sign. He's not done. He has the technical skills. He still has the drive. I know Brendan was talking about last time we saw him that he was friends with Matt Brown. He said, the guy still trains like an animal.
Oh, no doubt. I have no doubt in Matt Brown's physical ability, but I think, when it comes down to that late last minute push, Barberena is going to score the 3rd round. I imagine the first 2 will be pretty close. And, those judges, after you score the 3rd round, we all know they're horrible. I'm banking on perhaps a pretty controversial decision in favor of Barberena.
I'm in no means confident in whatever this money line is going to be for him, but
it's close. It's very reasonable considering the back and forth we just had.
Yeah. I mean, minus 105 for Matt Brown, plus 100 for Bryan Barberena. I mean, that's pick 'em to me. right? I
That is the definition of pick 'em, my friend.
Well, I mean, at that point, I mean, maybe you look into something here. I'm not really exactly convinced. I mean, maybe if you've been a Matt Brown fan, you toss some money on it, ride the old fucking goose home.
See, where I get stuck is plus 100 feels like a really good piece to have as a part of a parlay. And I'm pretty confident in Barberena, but I just see that being something that busts a bunch of parlays. So I'm probably just going to play the flat $100 plus 100 money line and hope we can take home some there. But my prop bet is I'm going to take Barberena by decision at plus 255 down at the bottom. I think individually, two positive money lines, two dog lines. I think these are certainly bets we can win and certainly bets we can cash on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really seeing anything that would go out of my way to bet here. I mean, maybe like you said, throw the money line into a parlay at some whatever your taste is. But this is just kind of bland to me, if we're being completely honest.
Well,
Anyways,
usually we talk about a hedge. We talk about, we got to address the opposite side. And the way I see it, if Matt Brown's going to win, it's going to be by knockout. But plus 180 isn't enough to tempt me into putting a taste there when I'm thinking Barberena is going to take this one.
all right.